and thank you all for joining us today for Seoul, South Korea with ISA webinar. Today we're going to focus on great study abroad options that ISA has in Seoul, the capital of South Korea. My colleague Gracie and I will be talking about why study abroad in Seoul and why choose ISA as a study abroad provider, and how to choose between various academic programs and host universities in Seoul. We will also cover information about available scholarships, excursions, and much more. If you have, as you may know, ISA has new programs in Busan, another South Korean city. And last week we hosted a webinar about ISA programs there. And the link to that video will be in the description in the box. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them during our presentation in the chat box, and we will answer them near the end. And let us first introduce ourselves. My name is Katya Kuhns, and I'm the South Korea site specialist. I work with students during the pre-departure process and help with academics, courses, housing assignment, visa, and general questions about living in Seoul. I am originally from Russia, where I graduated with a bachelor's and master's degree in East Asian Studies. After my sophomore and then junior years, I went to South Korea to study as an exchange student. I spent a total of more than a year in Suwon, the suburb of Seoul, learning about Korean studies and international relations. During my time in Korea, I learned so much about the country and its people, as well as traveled to many Korean cities and towns.
Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for your patience. My name is Gracie and I am the program manager for South Korea. I will assist you with different aspects of your application process, which is including your scholarship questions, financial aid, payments, and any general questions you have regarding your preparation to go abroad. I moved to Seoul in 2009 with the initial intention to teach ESL for 1 year. Korea really captured my heart and I ended up staying a little longer. Eventually, I went on to further my education at Hanyang University in Seoul, where I received a master's in international relations and East Asian studies. I spent a total of 8 years living in Korea. So it's really exciting for me to be able to help all of you experience such an eclectic and amazing country. Katya and I work as a team and we are here to help assist you with any questions that you have along the way. So if you have any questions or you're not sure who to direct them to, just give one of us a shot and we will be sure to send you in the right direction. Let me also introduce you to our Seoul on-site staff. This resident Seoul staff is a wonderful group made up of Sungjo Park, Sean Dolan, Min-hee Lee, and Isu Chang, and they will be assisting you from the first day that you arrive to the ISA program to the last. These lovely people will be meeting you for the shuttle pickup from the airport, and they will be available throughout your program to assist you with city life, academics, adjusting to being abroad. They will also be guiding you on your excursions and your cultural activities, and they will be the main contact for you while you are abroad.
You may be asking yourself now, why should you choose Seoul as a study abroad location? And let me tell you some of the great reasons why. South Korea is a unique and exciting country, with Seoul being its cultural and financial capital. Seoul City is a home to over 10 million people, and if we include the metropolitan area of Seoul, there are over 25 million people living there. With such a big population, Seoul remains one of the safest major cities in the world. The city's crime rate is low, and English-speaking police patrol major tourist areas. Seoul has also a clean, efficient, and safe subway and bus system that helps you avoid the city's infamous traffic. You would not need to speak Korean to study abroad and get around in Seoul. Subways have signs and make announcements in both Korean and English. And in case you get lost and need some help, majority of young population is proficient in English. The high quality of education and the exceptional dedication to achieving high results are also great reasons why studying in Seoul is a great idea. Attending a Korean university will challenge and motivate you to study and learn a lot. You will also be swept away with hospitality of Korean people. They will greet you with warm smiles and make you feel welcomed. University students in Korea are typically enthusiastic to share the culture and with visiting students and learn about the culture of their foreign visitors. And when you get hungry, you'll notice that food is central to Korean culture, and the streets are lined with a variety of restaurants, many of which offer a wholesome meal for a reasonable price. There are numerous places on campus and around the city that serve Korean, Chinese, Japanese, and Western cuisines. Lastly, when studying in Seoul, you can take weekend trips to nearby places without impacting your attendance marks. South Korea is quite a small country that makes it easier to travel around, and 70% of Korean territory consists of mountains, and by taking a trip to somewhere outside of a big city like Seoul, you'll be swept away with nature beauty.
So,
okay, well, it's not showing now.
Okay, well, you've decided to go to Korea, but why with ISA? So with ISA, you will receive a comprehensive pre-departure, on-site, and re-entry support. So we have a resident staff, as I introduced earlier, in Seoul, that they're available anytime, and we offer a 24-hour US-based emergency line. So a primary objective of ISA is to facilitate the learning and development of students. So we rely on the host university to provide quality instruction in the classroom, but ISA is the main facilitator of learning outside of the classroom. The ISA discovery model allows students' learning and development to be organized into 5 areas of study: intercultural, historical, social political, professional, and environmental. Throughout the duration of all ISA programs, we provide participants opportunities to pursue guided learning in these 5 areas of discovery through participation in ISA excursions, cultural activities, and community involvement. Best of all, ISA does offer assistance in funding for your study abroad program. So last year, ISA awarded over $1 million in scholarships, grants, and discounts.
ISA partners with 3 major Korean universities in Seoul. Those are Korea University, Konkuk University, and Hanyang University. And this slide gives you a quick snapshot of ISA programs in each of these schools, including their minimum eligibility requirements and offerings. I would like to start with introducing your newest addition to ISA partner schools in Seoul, Hanyang University. This university is well known throughout South Korea as being one of the top private research institutions in the country. ISA students will have the opportunity to take courses as part of Hanyang International Summer School with students from all around the world. ISA students will be able to take 2 or 3 classes ranging from art and design to engineering and science. Each course will offer you a semester of coursework condensed in 4 weeks. And the Hanyang campus is located just 1 subway station away from ISA Seoul, which makes it very convenient for students to attend ISA organized activities.
Students can take, or Konkuk University is also known as KKU, and is one of the most popular universities in Seoul. It is one of the fastest growing universities that Seoul has to offer. Students can take 1 Korean language course along with 3 or 4 elective courses that are taught in English. This program focuses primarily on business, economics, Korean language, but there are several other courses in other fields that are also offered each semester. In 2015, Konkuk University acquired the Association to Advance Collegiate Schools of Business, or also known as the AACSB accreditation, making it an ideal location for business students from all over the world. Students must have a minimum grade point average of 2.5 and be enrolled at their home institution during the semester before their term at KKU. High school students are also welcome to apply, but they must provide an official acceptance letter from their university for the semester immediately following their term at KKU, or a certificate of enrollment from their prospective universities.
Korea University is one of the top 3 ranked universities in South Korea. It is a world-class institution featuring a dynamic educational environment, beautiful and conveniently located campus, and top-quality student facilities. ISA offers semester, summer, and winter programs at Korea University. Students going to study semester abroad at KU can choose among more than 500 courses in English. We recommend Korea University to students majoring in media and communication, education, engineering, psychology, science, international relations, liberal arts, and so on. Students can study 2 semesters in a row and receive a discount for their second semester from ISA. And to apply for this program, students should have at least 2 semesters completed at their home university and have a GPA above 2.5.
Korea University also offers our summer and winter programs, and they're a bit different from the semester programs. So in these programs, gap year students and college freshmen are welcome to apply. During these programs, KU offers a nice variety of classes within a shorter period of time, so you don't have to miss out on any courses at your home university, but you can still experience the Korean life. Korean University's Summer 1 program provides an excellent opportunity for students to not only learn about Korean culture and language, but also continue with their academic plan by taking 2 courses from a wide range of subjects pertaining to management, economics, humanities, science, international issues, as well as Korean and East Asian studies. Each class offers a full semester of coursework, which is condensed into 4 weeks of intensive study. Korea University's Summer 2 program offers the same program, but it's a little bit less intense, and it's taught over a 6-week course. The Winter 1 program offers classes in business and economics, humanities, and the Winter 2 program offers all of this in addition to a Korean culture track where students learn about Korean politics, economy, society. You can also join corporate visits to places such as Samsung or Hyundai, and you will be able to participate in several cultural excursions. All of this in addition to taking Korean language courses. So we all know that studying abroad can be a bit costly, and ISA is here to help make it affordable by offering multiple scholarships for different programs. So students must be accepted into ISA and have submitted their application by the scholarship due dates for their respective terms in order to be eligible. In addition, ISA also offers incentives for returning ISA students and their siblings. ISA provides special grants for students who participate in more than 1 term, so the back-to-back programs that Katya had mentioned earlier. If you're a sibling of an ISA alum, or if you become a global ambassador for ISA, you are also eligible for grants. There is definitely something for everyone, so make sure you check the ISA scholarship webpage to see if you're eligible, and then submit your application as soon as possible.
After learning about the programs and scholarships, you may wonder where you'll be staying if you decide to go to Seoul. That brings us to housing portion of ISA Seoul programs. Each room will have its own bathroom, 2 desks, 2 beds, and 2 closets. Semester students at Korea and Konkuk Universities can purchase a meal plan after they arrive in Seoul. On the other hand, students wishing to arrange their own place to stay can opt for an independent housing and receive a discount from ISA that equals the amount of the housing portion of the program price.
So ISA wants you to be able to succeed and get the most of your time abroad. Within your first days of the program, you will participate in the Bridging Cultures Program, or BCP. This is the ISA on-site orientation delivered to all students with the focus on areas related to goal setting, intercultural awareness, diversity, and professional development. The BCP is designed to provide students the tools that will facilitate discovery and learning during the program. It is an important introduction to a new culture, a new home, and a new experience. Since you will be in Korea for a short amount of time, it is important to see and experience as much as you can. ISA has put together a plethora of activities that you can participate in. You will not only get to experience the Seoul life, but you will also visit the famous DMZ, or Demilitarized Zone, between North and South Korea. You can go on excursions to Buyo and Busan. There are several other activities such as temple stays, Korean cooking classes, or even K-pop classes. And you will have the option to travel to Tokyo, Japan. So make sure you check your university program for information on which excursions are available to you.
Okay, so this wraps up our presentation, and we would like to go ahead and open it up for your questions that you have sent us in Q&A section in this webinar.
Okay, so I have a question that asks, how do I become a global ambassador, and how would that affect the program? So a global ambassador is for students once they return from the program. You will apply to become a global ambassador, and you will essentially be one of our helpers at your university. It would be your responsibility or your job to tell other students about your experience, let other students know, what you gained from going abroad. So you will basically be one of our advertisers for ISA, just by letting people know what a great time you had and all of the great experiences that you had while you were abroad. So that would just change the program. That's once you return from your time abroad.
Okay, and I have a question. Is there programs for architecture students, and more details about payments, please? So I'll go ahead and answer the first part of your question, and Gracie then will continue and answer more about payments. We recommend architecture students to look at our programs at Korea University. There may not be as many courses as we would wish, but there are some available each semester program, fall or spring, that you can go to our website, and on our course tab page, you will find what courses you can take there.
Can you tell me the second part of that question? Sorry.
Can you give us more details about payment, please?
Sure. So to make the payments, you would go through your ISA student website or the student portal, and you would make payments through there. All of your dues your balance dues are done before you go on the program. So we have everything set up for you to be able to make those payments before. A lot of students rely on financial aid or scholarships to cover the program. We do have payment plans available, so you would just need to contact me and we can further discuss whatever your program needs. Also, there are direct bill schools, so you may want to check with your university to see if you're a direct bill school, and you would contact them directly as you would pay them directly, so you would work out something with your university.
Great. Does ISA provide transcript and analysis to students for transfer purposes? And yes, we do. After you complete your program, host university will send your transcripts to our Austin office in Texas, where our academic record team will process your transcript and will send it to your home university with a cover letter with how they recommend to transfer your credits and explain any differences. So yes, we do help with that.
Katya, I also have a question here that you can answer. It says, you mentioned that Hanyang University is a leading research institution. Are there any research opportunities for ISA students?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yes, Hanyang is a research university, but ISA offers only a program at its summer school for 4 weeks. And I believe if students do want to do any research projects at Hanyang, they can just contact Hanyang directly while they're during their summer school and talk about it. But we, as ISA, we do not provide such opportunities.
It also says, I have another question. When I'm working with my home campus advisor for class schedule planning, is there a way to have sample syllabi for a university available?
Yeah, definitely. And we say on our website that if you need any sample syllabi, please feel free to contact us, contact me specifically. On my email, just let me know what courses you're looking at, and I will send you their syllabi. And my email will be on the next slide after this Q&A session.
And I have another question. Are ISA students allowed to work in Korea or have a work-study job?
Technically, any foreign students in South Korea are allowed to work part-time, but it is a very complicated process that there are certain requirements that you, for example, cannot work more than 20 hours per week, and you can only work with certain employers, and then you have to get approval from immigration office. So that is not something that we recommend doing for semester students. Like if you're staying there for a year, you definitely can find some part-time job, like many students teach English, for example, so you can do that. But please be aware that it's not an easy process, and you have to submit some paperwork when you're in Seoul.
Yeah, I just want to add to that. It's really discouraged for any student that's going for one semester to try to do a work-study program. It's not really available for students that are international students. There are a lot of hurdles and hoops to jump through as far as immigration is concerned. In order for you to find a position is really difficult. So I would say not to plan to go to Korea looking for a work-study job. As Katya mentioned, there are some universities that offer some English help like classes that you can possibly attend and get paid through the university, but that would be something that you would independently need to go and speak to your university to do. But really, I think overall it's probably not the easiest and not the best thing to try to look into when you get to Korea.
Yeah. Gracie, are community college students able to apply to study abroad with ISA?
Yes, absolutely. We have, if you go into look into whatever university you are willing or you want to apply to, and the ISA webpage has all of the requirements, but yes, we do allow community college students to apply to the Seoul programs. Specifically, Konkuk University is a really good option for community college, and Busan University. You do need to be a sophomore when you apply for Korea University, so you need to make sure that you have that standing. Also for PNU, you have to be a sophomore while you attend. So just pay close attention to each requirement for each university, but definitely community college students are welcome to apply. With our classes being in English, how much contact will we have with other students? Oh, that's a great question. Most of the courses in Korea are with locals, so you will get to experience taking classes with other ISA students, other international students, and Korean students. So your classes you're correct, they will be in English, but you will get to have a lot of contact with the local students. We also have a buddy program that you sign up for before you go, and your buddy is a local student who will assist you with many things such as living abroad. They help you adjust to the city life. They give you a lot of insight on where the good spots are to go visit, what the kids are into these days, I guess, but mostly just kind of gets you like a little window into more of a Korean lifestyle. So the buddies that you are set up with before you go abroad are really, really a good resource for students once they are in Korea.
I would also like to add to that that each Korean university values its student clubs, and there are a wide variety of student clubs that you can join. And in South Korea, it's really popular to attend a student club. For example, if you do any sport or you like art, performing, or volunteering, you can definitely find a club that does that activity, and usually it's only local Korean students, so that would be another great way for you to interact with them and live like a Korean student life. And live a Korean student life with them.
Yeah, you're going to find that once you arrive to Korea, the Korean people are really friendly, really outgoing. They're really welcoming to foreign students. It will be easy to make Korean friends, to join many of these clubs that Katya mentioned. There's also a really big group of international students in Seoul and in Busan, so you can easily make friends and interact with other students. I don't see any other questions. I have another question. I think it says, will I be able to access the recording after the PPT or after the presentation?
Yes, definitely. Once it's available on YouTube, I will send everyone who registered for this webinar, I will send a link to that so that you can watch it later. And I see a last question, and it's, how can I apply for my visa? And I will go ahead and answer that. As a site specialist, I deal with visas. And for summer programs, the great news is that US citizens don't need to apply for a visa to go for a summer program in Seoul. But as for semester students, then everyone needs to apply for a student visa. And usually students can do that 4 to 6 weeks before the beginning of their semester, of their program. And visa processing time is pretty quick. It usually takes between 10 to 15 business days if you apply by mail, or it can be even much shorter if you apply in person or pay for an expedited service. And also there is more information about visa will be given to students in the Visa Information and Responsibility Form in their portal. And in case you're not a US citizen, that your visa eligibility may be different, that we recommend you contact Korean consulate directly and verify with them the list of required documents in your case.
Great. I think that is all for questions. Unless there's any last minute questions that anybody may have, we'll give you a couple seconds to type those in.
Oh, well, great. Thanks everyone who joined us today. And it looks like we don't have any more questions. It looks like we don't have any more questions right now, and Gracie and I both love talking about South Korea and sharing the information about studying abroad there. After this presentation, I will be following up with a link to a recording of this webinar on YouTube. If you have any more questions in the future, please feel free to reach out to us by email or by phone that you see on the screen now. Also, you can visit us online at www.studiesabroad.com/Seoul, where you can learn more about the programs, deadlines, visas, courses, and much more.
Thank you.